It's been another huge week for theme parks in the United States. Universal Orlando is officially open to guests. Sports leagues may be finishing their season at Disney World. Epcot may look a little different when it reopens, plus so much food and merchandise news. Let's get started. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. We've got big news from sports leagues about potentially holding events at Disney World and word that cast members are returning to work at some specific hotels. A lot more restaurants and stores have opened up in Disney Springs. Don't worry, we've got some food reviews coming up, but first, Universal Orlando has reopened and we were there several days this week to see how things are working. Universal Orlando has reopened. The first major theme park in Orlando has reopened this week, and we were fortunate enough to spend several days taking in previews along with reporting live on the official opening day. Universal has extended the health and safety protocols we saw in practice in City Walk to the theme parks, including mandatory masks, temperature checks, and social distancing. Once you've received a temperature check, you'll get a wristband and will not need to be rechecked throughout the day at hotels or City Walk, wherever you end up going. Finger scans at the park entrance were disabled to reduce touch points, and we spotted plenty of stickers and signage to remind guests of the new protocols, along with overhead announcements reminding guests to keep masks on throughout the day. Masks are required for entry into any area of Universal Orlando right now, and guests must bring their own masks, though there are masks for sale in the park. You won't be able to get in if you're not wearing one. Universal has created U-Rest areas where guests can take a seat and remove their masks if they need to, and there are 2 locations in each park to do that. They're also using virtual queues for many attractions, with more soon to be added. You make your reservation and ride on the same day, and do note that you need to be on property to select a virtual line time. The reservation can be made for up to 10 people, and accounts are not linked together, so if you have multiple people in your party, you can technically book more than the 2 allotted virtual line passes at a time per person. We'll see if that continues. Attractions without virtual lines will operate with a normal standby line. If there is a virtual line, there will not be a standby line, and note that you will still have to wait in a socially distanced line once you enter the queue. We did have some glitches with the virtual line app, so we recommend taking screenshots in case the same happens to you. If you've been to Universal before, you know that many attractions require you to use a locker for your belongings. We were asked to have one member of our party take the bags from everyone to the lockers, and lockers were opened with a park ticket or room key, not a biometric finger scan. We noticed that some attraction pre-shows were skipped to keep people from having to gather for too long. For example, at Escape from Gringotts, we bypassed both the pre-show and the elevator and went straight to the ride itself. Any 3D rides or shows, there was a team member stationed there to hand out goggles, and prior to getting on several rides, a team member offered us hand sanitizer as well. Loading varied between rides. Some attractions allowed for a row between different parties. That's what happened on Escape from Gringotts and Fast and the Furious. Over on the Hogwarts Express, they only allowed 1 party per cabin, and all seats were loaded on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, but they sanitized each ride vehicle in between rides. Most rides required us to keep our masks on while riding, which honestly was not a problem and didn't take away from our experience. On a water ride like Jurassic Park River Adventure, after our entire car was seated with rows left empty between guests, we were permitted to take our masks off. Now, if you do lose a mask while you are on a ride, if your mask flies off while you're on a roller coaster, or you have taken your mask off on a water ride and it flies away, you either have to buy another mask or you have to leave the park. So we always suggest bringing more masks with you. Bring backup masks, extra masks, just in case it rains and they get wet, or you lose one on a ride. Universal is also encouraging mobile ordering. The process is similar to mobile ordering at Disney World, though the rollout at Universal is new to many guests and park employees, which leads to a bit of confusion. We had several issues with the app crashing or not recognizing that we were in the park, and that once we ordered, there was some general confusion at the restaurants on where to go and what to do. A lot of those kinks were worked out when we visited on Friday, but we'd still suggest not hitting restaurants during peak lunchtime to avoid a wait. Now, characters were around the parks but stayed at a distance from guests. Just like we expect at Disney World, traditional character meet and greets are temporarily suspended at Universal. We learned a few tips about wearing face masks in a theme park as well. On 3D attractions where you're given special goggles to wear, we recommend placing them over your mask to prevent them from fogging up. We've been wearing face coverings with elastic ties that wrap around our ears, which have stayed in place during the rides we've experienced. But bring that backup mask for everyone in your family in case your mask gets wet. Even if the forecast doesn't call for rain, we've noticed the misting features on several rides like the Incredible Hulk coaster and Escape from Gringotts are still working. We also had a chance to check out new hotel procedures as we stayed overnight at Universal's Aventura Hotel. At check-in, guests are required to have a temperature check and cannot check in if they register a temperature over 100.4 degrees. The rest of check-in was the same with expanded social distancing measures, and they are offering touchless checkout. The pool is open, though chairs are distanced and masks are required around but not in the pool and can be taken off if you're sitting or lounging. Our room still had some high touch point items like a coffee maker and tablet, but Universal is planning to keep rooms empty for 24 to 48 hours between guests when possible. All of this is, of course, from the East Coast Universal Park, though we also learned this week that Universal Hollywood is in talks with the LA County Board of Supervisors regarding the theme park opening sometime between mid-June and July 1st. We will keep you updated. All right, so Florida is entering phase 2 of its reopening. Florida's officially entered phase 2, relaxing some of the restrictions on what businesses can reopen and what protocols they must follow. Within phase 2, bars and movie theaters, along with some additional venues, may reopen. So bars and pubs will be permitted to operate at 50% capacity inside and at full capacity outdoors with 6 feet between tables for dine-in service. Movie theaters and entertainment venues such as bowling alleys, playhouses, concert halls, and arcades will also be able to open at 50% capacity and with appropriate social distancing and sanitation protocols. Tattoo parlors and acupuncture, massage services, and other similar businesses may also reopen in phase 2. The announcement was made at Universal Orlando, where Governor DeSantis also mentioned he's been impressed by how companies such as Universal and Disney have conducted themselves during these times. Now, on to some Disney news. Spaceship Earth refurb that has been postponed. According to an article by the Orlando Sentinel, the refurbishment of Spaceship Earth that was supposed to begin on May 26th has been postponed indefinitely. A leader of a local union noted that employees will be needed to staff Spaceship Earth since the ride will be open to guests when the parks reopen, so it seems that we will get a chance to ride this attraction before it changes. And cast members have also been called back to work. Disney has not made an official statement, but it seems that workers may start returning to several resorts and restaurants around Disney World property as early as June 14th. This is according to the local union. These locations include Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boardwalk Inn, Contemporary, Fort Wilderness, Grand Floridian, Old Key West, Polynesian Village Resort, Saratoga Springs, Wilderness Lodge, and the Yacht and Beach Club resorts. However, cultural representatives may not be returning once Epcot reopens. A reported agreement between the Walt Disney Company and labor union states that cast members who do not meet the culturally authentic theming at Epcot may be temporarily assigned to work in positions which are otherwise reserved for cultural representatives. With travel restrictions in place around the world, it may be hard for some of these cast members to return to Orlando, so we will continue to report any updates. All right, the NBA will finish their season at Disney World. This has been in rumors for a long time, and now it was finally officially announced Thursday that the NBA would finish their season with teams playing at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, with players being lodged at Disney World hotels. Seems that Coronado Springs Resort is the preferred pick for where players and staff will stay, but there may be others as well. 22 teams in total will be heading to Orlando. It has not yet officially been announced, but it also seems that Major League Soccer will be playing part of their season at Disney World too. June reservations can now be modified, so a lot of folks with June reservations have been left in limbo since Disney temporarily halted any new reservations. Anyone with existing reservations between now and June 21st can call guest services at 407-934-7639 to modify their reservation rather than just cancel outright. However, you can only rebook right now at Deluxe DVC Villas or Fort Wilderness Cabins at this time. If you take no action, your reservation will automatically be canceled as far as we know. And we've seen a change in expiration for Disney World tickets. Some of our readers have been notifying us that the expiration dates have changed on their tickets within the My Disney Experience app. 4 Park Magic tickets and 2 and 3-day Park Hopper tickets appear to be involved in the change, though Disney has not released a statement and we don't know how many tickets have been updated so far. All of the tickets now have an expiration date of September 26, 2021. Refunds for monthly annual pass payments for the month of March have also started hitting bank accounts. Be sure to check your tickets and refund status if you're eligible, and head to DisneyFoodblog.com to get more information about ticket extensions and refunds. All right, Disney's been notifying guests of canceled dining reservations. So in anticipation of them operating at lower capacity, Disney World has begun canceling dining, experience, and FastPass reservations, and now guests are being notified of those cancellations. Guests have begun to receive emails about their canceled plans and are being notified that anything requiring them to pay in advance will be refunded within 7 days. We do not have information on when guests will be able to rebook at this time, though new dining reservations can be made through the My Disney Experience app for several restaurants in Disney Springs. So that's the first sign of life we've seen that some reservations are coming back online. And again, you can only book in that 60-day time period for those right now. All right, Disneyland pushes back the date for hotel reservations. Up until now, Disneyland has been accepting hotel reservations from July 1st onward, but now they have pushed that date back to July 15th. We're still awaiting information about a reopening date for Disneyland, so we may see this reservation date extended again. Disney Cruise Line has been canceling more sailings. Canada has announced all cruise ships carrying more than 100 passengers are prohibited from operating in Canadian waters until October 31st, 2020, which has caused Disney Cruise Line to suspend sailings out of Vancouver. Disney has reached out to guests and travel agents to announce that the future cruise credits for affected guests can now be used on any sailings that depart by March 31st, 2022. And we have some updates on Disney's overseas parks. At Shanghai Disney, guests with general admission tickets will be able to make a reservation to visit the park for select dates. Guests can make reservations up to 6 days in advance of their visit. Shanghai Disney has also debuted a standby pass with a trial operation period, quote unquote. The service is free and only guests holding a standby pass or Disney Premier Access, which is a paid service, may ride the attraction at the given 60-minute time period. Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea will continue to remain temporarily closed even though Japan has lifted their state of emergency. Disney has spoken out on racial inequality and social justice. After releasing a statement about racial disparities on May 31st, the Walt Disney Company and many of its subsidiaries have taken a stand against racism via a widespread social media campaign. The Walt Disney Company announced they would be pledging $5 million to nonprofit organizations that support social justice, which includes $2 million to the NAACP. Several Disney-owned networks paused their normal programming on Tuesday night, instead airing special programming to encourage a discussion of racism and oppression in America. This included an ABC News primetime special, America in Pain, What Comes Next, and 2 special episodes of Blackish. The donations and special programming are just a part of what Disney calls an ongoing commitment to support organizations that advance social justice, which also have included a $2.5 million donation to the United Negro College Fund. More restaurants and stores are reopening over in Disney Springs. Coming back to Disney World, we have several new stores and restaurants reopening. The Art of Shaving has reopened, though you can't get a shave just yet as the barbershop isn't taking appointments at this time. House of Blues has also reopened with limited live music as well. Cooks of Dublin and the Hole in the Wall Bar have also reopened, though Raglan Road won't be opening until June 10th. This same day City Works will open. At Paddlefish, the dining room is open and rooftop seating is available in the evening. Emirates Patisserie has also reopened. And the Amphicars are running again over at Boathouse with a $50 discount on the 20-minute ride since the vehicle capacity is reduced due to social distancing measures. Disney Springs also saw Once Upon a Toy open this week. In food news, the Hole in the Wall Happy Hour is here. Premium draft beers and premium well liquors at the Hole in the Wall Bar in Disney Springs are both $5 during Happy Hour Monday to Friday, anytime between 12 and 6 p.m. There's a new Love is Love drink at Starbucks. Starbucks Love is Love is a violet-flavored drink that includes strawberries and comes topped with strawberry sweet cream foam. After tax, it rang up as $8.10, and we got ours in their new reusable confetti cup, which is color-changing. The new confetti cups aren't exclusive to Disney World, so you can get it at home. We also had a chance to dine at Paddlefish this week as well. We started with a heart clam chowder and beef skewers, which came with a hazelnut romesco and pickled onions. The chowder was a bit salty for our taste, but the skewers had a great char-grilled flavor and were perfect for land lovers. The crab cake BLT is served with bacon, avocado, cheddar cheese, lettuce, beef steak, tomato, and a remoulade sauce, all of which was piled onto ciabatta bread and a side of house-made chips. It was a great crab cake, even if the toppings overpowered it a little bit over there at Paddlefish. All right, in merchandise news, monorail candy dispenser displays were seen in Disney Springs at World of Disney. The display is available in both blue and red and can hold up to 8 Pez dispensers. Each mini monorail is $14.99. Pez dispensers are for sale separately as well for $4.49 each. There's a new Baby Yoda tote. 28 in Maine inside the Marketplace Co-op at Disney Springs is selling customizable Baby Yoda tote bags. Bags are $29.99. You can buy a plain, design-only Baby Yoda tote bag or get one personalized with your name. You can also get t-shirts with Orange Bird Stitch and lots of Mickey and Minnie graphics personalized as well. June is Pride Month, and Disney has released a bunch of rainbow merch, in addition to donating $100,000 to Glisten in honor of Pride Month. So here's some of the rainbow merch we saw. We saw a brand new rain jacket with rainbow snacks for $54.99, along with several new bags ranging from fanny packs to crossbody, totes, and backpacks, all in rainbow patterns. The rainbow line also features sipper cups, teas for the whole family, pins, ornaments, sunglasses, light-up necklaces, and more. They can all be found on Shop Disney, and we found many in Disney Springs as well. And there are some new Loungefly bags. Loungefly in Disney Sensational 6 Outfits mini backpack features super recognizable pieces from the wardrobe of the Sensational 6. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto for $70. There's also a new Alice in Wonderland Loungefly collection. A purse and wallet are part of the collection featuring wildflowers from the film. There's no release date for that collection just yet, but it will be available on Shop Disney. Loungefly will also be releasing several limited edition pins throughout the month of June, every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. There's a new Minnie Mouse donut pool float. This new pool float is very similar to the giant Mickey donut that was available in Magic Kingdom. It's just pool float sized with a big bow. The float is available at World of Disney for $54.99. And there's a bunch more new merch at World of Disney, a retro Mickey cap emblazoned with an M behind an embroidery Mickey face for $27.99, a Disney kitchen magnet set for $12.99 with teacup mixing bowls, Cinderella Castle oven mitt and spatula, Mickey rolling pin, and Tiki room whisk, all in magnet form. There was also an adorable Mickey popcorn phone case with little pieces of popcorn that slide around inside for $44.99, and finally, that Mickey waffle case is here as well. Tons more merch on Shop Disney. We spotted a whole bunch of new watches over there as well. Forky, Elsa, and Ariel can be found on watch faces, along with 4 new watch designs featuring Mickey and Minnie. There's also 6 new bags in Disney's luggage collection, ranging from a large hard-sided Mickey case to soft-sided children's rolling bags, perfect for packing up for your next Disney vacation. And there are plenty of new puzzles featuring artwork from Thomas Kincaid, along with other fun designs like Disney villains or vintage pins to keep you entertained all summer. Disney and Rock Love have also collaborated on a beautiful new Princess and the Frog collection with Lily-inspired pearl earrings, necklace, and ring, and a crowned frog ring and necklace. Shop Disney's also debuted 5 new lunchbox containers with Minnie, Spider-Man, Toy Story, Frozen, and Disney princesses. All boxes come with a spoon and fork tool for $16.99. And finally, Disney's released a limited edition Epcot Pavilions poster series featuring Canada, Japan, China, and Germany designs by Stacey Aoyama. There were only 100 posters in stock for each design, so they have sold out, but we'll let you know if they are restocked. Whew, okay, there's the latest news for this week, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for watching. If you are not subscribed yet, we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. You can just click subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that it'll tell you when we have a new video. All right, we're here for the next few weeks waiting for Disney World to open. We'll be reporting on everything we find in the meantime. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.